Good morning. How are we all? Good morning, Ollie. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Ronan. And good morning, Simon. Good to see you all. And I'm sure there'll be some others that aren't on the comments. So lovely to see you all, though. We are spelling with Jules today, number 8. And we have got to do the letter L or L. Okay, so if we start off with our capitals at the top, we've got a capital L. So that just goes down and across. It goes down and across. And that is a capital L. So you do that for names, or you would do that for the named or beginning of the sentences, a capital L. Okay, now the reason I've put it, I call this a long tall Sally because I've put it with the I, it's part of that family rather than the curly curs. Okay, so if you're printing, you just go up and down like a leg, like that. Okay, and remember that I is half the size. Okay, so you just go down. It's a really simple one, isn't it? If you're joining up, it's slightly trickier. Remember, you go on the line and you start here and you go up and then carefully down. Okay, up and carefully down. If you looked at that with the I is halfway along the line. Okay, so you've got your capital L. That's also the alphabet name. And then you've got the phonic sound I, which is this one here. And for the capital L, you've got all. Now, it's not L. The reason why we don't say L is because it has this, what we call a schwa at the end of it. So you could end up spelling that, L, L-U-H. Okay, so a very small sound, all. You almost try and do it without, morning, Chloe, good to see you. Try and do it almost without opening your mouth. Go all to the side, all. And your tongue in your mouth kind of curls behind your teeth. You do that, all. Try and do it, okay? But then if you then say a word like little, you can hear that it's not little, like the L sound, it's little. So it's all, little, okay? So it's very important with spelling to really hear those tiny sounds, because otherwise that's where the spelling can sometimes go wrong. Okay, so can you all practice doing your L's? If you're doing them joined up, start on the line. If you're going to add a join, if you're doing them print, you can go from the top down. Okay, it's up to you which way you want to do it. Okay, I'm just rubbing out my writing. And remember, I don't mind it being messy to begin with. It's much more important to get the right direction. Because once you've got that, so you can do it in big letters, you can do it outside with a watering can, you can do it in shaving foam. So it's from the top down for a printed one, and on the line it's up and down. But the same shape, very different, isn't it, to those C's and A's and as we were doing. Okay, right. Quick retrieval. You ready? You got your pens and paper ready for your spelling test? Okay, remember, don't worry about this. See how many you can get right. I've done the 5 from yesterday, and then I've done the 5 shuffled from the 30 we already know. Okay, so I'm going to say the words. You give it a go of writing them, and then when we go back over them, tick the letters that you've got right. Okay, so the first one is call. I call you on the telephone. Skellig is delayed, Stephen. Yes, we won't be able to do green screen filming yet. Okay, as soon as we get back, though, that's one of my first missions. Okay, Chloe's feeling... Oh, I didn't do check-in this morning, did I? How is check-in, Chloe? You're feeling sad and happy. That's quite usual. I think we'll all have a mix of emotions. I feel quite tired today, and I'm not quite sure why, really. I haven't done anything to make me more tired than usual, so maybe it's just that long-term thing. So I even missed PE with Joe today for the first time. I'm going to do it after this spelling instead. So how are you all feeling? Okay, right, number 1, call. I call on the telephone. If you're not sure how to spell it, at least try thinking about the first letter. Call. Call. The next one is why. Okay, it's the letter Y, I know, but it's actually a question. It's the Y from a question. Why are you doing spelling? Why are you going to the shops? Okay, that type of why. Remember how to spell that one? Remember, these are all tricky, so they're not as easy to do. Son, not the sun in the sky, but the son as in son and daughter. Okay, the son of. The son of the Queen is Prince Charles. Okay, so we've got son. That was number 3. Number 4, love. Okay, those of you who are doing Romeo and Juliet with me should be able to, Chloe, should be able to spell love, but not the graffiti love, the proper way of spelling it. Remember, it's a tricky one. It's 4 letters. Love. Next one, what? Okay, what are you doing? What? Next one, we. We are going to the shops. So you and me, we. You and I, we. Not the toilet we, which is spelled differently. Next one, they. They are going to the shops. They. 3 more. So number 8, how. How are you coping in lockdown? How? And number 9, her. Her shoes are downstairs. Her. And the last one is by. I walk by you. I walk by you. Not the buy with money, the other buy. Okay, that's all 10. Let me give you the answers and tick which ones you got right. Remember, tick the letters that you get right. So the first one is call. C-A-L-L. So it's got the word all in it. And that's good today because we're going to be looking at the doubling of L's in words. Cool. C-A-L-L. K-A-L-L. By. Oh, no, sorry. Let's go from the number 2. Why. W-H-Y. Okay. That's the question one. That's a really tricky one, isn't it? You've just got to remember how to spell that. You can do it with the W. So you'll know the W. And then remember it's got a Y. So it's W-I-Y. Number 3, sun, as in the opposite of daughter, not the sunny sunshine one. Okay, tick the letters. So it's definitely, you know, it starts with a S. So you can do S. So you could get a 1 tick there at least. Okay, and by. Stephen, I'm using StreamYard. Over there. There. That's how you do it. By. B-Y. By. And her. H-E-R. Her. I think I mixed those up a bit there, sorry. Love. L-O-V-E. Love. That's a hard one, isn't it? And it's not even the split digraph. You know, usually the O becomes an O, but it's actually an ah sound. So that O is the tricky bit there because it sounds like a U and ah. What? W-A-W-H-A-T. What? What? Okay. Okay, 3 more. We. W-E. What? They. T-H-E-Y. Did you get that one? It's a very common word, that. A good one to learn to spell. Okay, and how. Oh, H-O-W. Good. Count up how many letters you got correct, how many words you got correct. And remember that you need to memorize these because these are tricky ones. Okay, so we'll put those aside and then we're going to do a few new ones. But let's think of some words now that begin with L. So that all sound. Remember that all. My face looks very strange when I do all. Well done, Ollie. Good stuff. If you know all your high frequency words, you'll be set up for life. 8 out of 10, Stephen, that's pretty good. Okay, so make sure you remember the 2 that you didn't do. Okay, look, well done. Good, Ronan. Okay, so you got all there. Look here. So look. Any others? Lol is one, isn't it? Laugh out loud. Lol. We got 2 there. L or all. Lol. Late. Very good. Late. How about the opposite of win? You win something. Oh, Stephen's gone for a liver. That's an unusual one. So you got live in there as well. And then if you put an R on the end, it makes liver. So you got liver. Well done. Llama. Oh, that's a good one. Now that's an interesting one as well, Ollie. Because look, with llama, you got 2 L's to make the llama. Okay. Now I want to say that's Welsh, like Lloyd's Bank. Lloyd's Bank has got 2 L's and Llandudno and stuff. And then it's been anglicised, sort of the English version has made it just Lloyd's that we pronounce. So I'm not sure about llamas though, because it might be Mexico, maybe. I don't know. Someone can tell me that. Lose, good. The opposite of win was lose. Love, well done. And you spelt it right, Ronan. Oh, good. It's a nice word to have. Loser, yeah. So you got lose, or you could put an R on the end to make that loser. Okay. What about the opposite of big? Well done, Chloe. Long. Yeah, long. And the opposite of big? Not small, but little. Good. Little. That's 2 T's there. I haven't done these very neatly, sorry. Okay. Right, 2 more. And then we'll have a look. Along. Now, good. So long, well done. And then along has got the A, and we're going to do those in a minute. We're going to look at some other words with L in them that don't begin. So along is one. I'll have to rub these out in a minute so you can see the board. But yeah, along. Can you think of any now with L in them? So here's one. What's a llama? A llama is an animal. So we've got along and then animal. Okay, and the all is at the end there. And along there is the second letter, long. Okay, then we've also got, I'll fit another one down here, children. So you've got ch, all, as your all, n. Children. And there's that all there. Peeling, that's good. Oh, small as well, yes. Small, it's got the double L, which we're going to look at in a minute. All. And then what was Ollie's? Peeling. Can you fit it in? I'm just going to squeeze it in here, and then I'll have to rub out. Good. Peeling. Okay, so you've got not even peeling. Excellent stuff. Okay, so let's rub these out now. And can you think up a sentence? And then we're going to have a look at the double L. Think of a sentence with those words. All right, and remember you can say them. So if you don't want to write them all, you can say them out loud. You could draw them. If you've got amazing drawing skills like me. Everybody knows that's not true. Hello, Dylan. Okay, belong, that's a nice one. And lamb. Oh, very Easter themed there. Well done, Chloe. And well done to Dylan. No to, who did belong? Stephen, belong. Belong. Dylan, can you think of one? We're doing L or L. Okay, right, my sentence. I don't know what your sentence is, but mine is I laugh. It's another L. Okay, so I laugh a little, and that starts at the beginning again. I laugh a little when I, and then my next word is look. When I look, what at? At. I laugh a little when I look at the children. There's my other ill. Oh, going wrong. And what would the children be doing that's got an ill in it? Playing. I think Ollie's done a much better sentence than me that I'm going to read out though. Okay, so I laugh a little when I look at the children playing. Okay, lots of L's in there. Ollie's, a lovely lady loves licking llamas. That is a silly sentence. We've got lollipop. Good. Thank you, Stephen. Doing my I love spelling with Jules. Very sweet. Oh, Ronan's done lottery. So Ronan, have you done a sentence? So I won the lottery and now live like a king with another live. Okay, so get your sentences right. And now we're going to have a quick look at some doubling up. And to be honest, there isn't a hard and fast rule for doubling up on an L. It's really tricky. So some of them you just have to remember. But let's do some common ones. Now we know we've already got one that we do from our high frequency words, our red tricky words. Cool. I went to get a lottery ticket. Very good. Oh, look at Chloe. I have a lamb in the home. I have a lamb in the farm. Very good. Love that. So now let's have a think about when we use two L's at the same time. Still the same sound though. Okay, so you'd go up and down and then up and down again. That's very wiggly, isn't it? It's because I'm sitting in a funny direction. Okay, so you can have a look. And if you do two L's joined up, they almost look like a massive U, don't they? Or you could just do print. Okay, but our first word was cool. Okay, see how that's got an L at the end, so cool. Still got that all sound though, so it's not very different to one L. Okay, all. So we've got some others though. Fill. Okay, fill. You could try writing these as well. And if you took the F off, then it makes ill. Okay, so you've got cool, fill, full. Good. Full. So we've still got this all sound here. Fill and full. Okay, one with a W. So again, if you used ill, you could do will. Will. And that's I will go to the shops, or the word William from the name, isn't it, as well? Yes, fill, full. And just hear that. Remember, spelling's all about hearing. All. So you know that if you hear all, it's either going to be one L or two. And that's where you need to remember. And some change as well. So here's another one, skill. So you've got sk, skill. Okay. So that's tricky. And then you can start adding them. Fool. Yeah, fool would be one with one L, wouldn't it? And some of these things change. Have I got well? Yeah, so well's another one. I feel well today. Or we talk about our well-being, don't we? Well-being. Or it's also the same spelling, a well, you know, that you look down and you sometimes throw money in and you draw up water. That's a water well. Oh, Stephen, very good. Pill. Okay. Pill. Very good. Okay. Now, if we have a look at some of these, they occasionally lose an L. Oh, pillar. We are getting posh. Well done, Ronan. Pillar. Okay, so you've still got the pill, and then you put an R on the end. An A and an R. Pillar. Okay, and you have pillars, don't you? In places, outside houses, those posh pillars. Roman houses, Italian houses, maybe. Okay, now we now need to start looking at things like root words and prefix and suffix. Okay, don't worry if you don't know these words. I'm just going to introduce you to it and then we might do a little bit more. So if we look at full, for instance, if we want to make that fuller or fullest, then we add, so that is what we call our root word. So if you think of a tree, I'm going to do a really bad drawing of a tree if I'm not careful. Okay, and then a tree has roots down here. Okay, and our root word is full. Okay, and then we have this thing called a suffix. Yes, Ollie, on the end, we put the so we have full and fuller. Okay, and that's called the root word, full, and that's called the suffix here. Okay, so we've got root from the tree and suffix. Okay, and I've realised you can't see my roots. There's my roots down here. So the root word, so that means where the word grows from. So it starts as a root and then everything else grows from that. So you can have fuller, fullest. Okay, should we think of another one instead of fuller that has a root and a suffix? Okay, bully is another word with two L's, definitely. And you can be bullied, can't you? So you could have, Stephen, you could have bully and then bullied. All right. Okay, now what about if we look at fill? Look at all the different ways we can do with fill. So fill is our root word. Okay, that's where the word grows from. Okay, now you can refill. You know, when you buy those, you can buy those drinks, can't you? If you go to Thorpe Park or whatever, and you can refill. So you have refill. Okay, so that then, instead of being called a suffix, which is the end, that's called a prefix. So pre means beginning. So you've got your prefix here, your root word here. Now, and you could add in, getting very advanced spelling here now, a suffix with ud, refilled. Okay, so then that's your root word. So you've got prefix, which is root, which is fill, and then suffix, which is ed, refilled. And there's plenty like that. Okay. We'll do one more where we lose the L. And again, these are really things you've just got to learn, but you haven't got to worry about them too much. I'll do one more and then we'll finish. We've worked hard today. Done a lot, haven't we? Okay, how about this for a word? Now, we've got will, and we've talked about that there. Okay, so I will, but I can be willing. So our root word is the will with the double L here, and then we've put what we call our suffix at the end, ing, okay? But if you use this word, I don't know if you've ever heard this word, willful. You're dropping two L's here. So the suffix is F-U-L. Oh dear, sorry. You spell willful like that. Now that's tricky, isn't it? Because you've lost the L from the root word and you've lost another L here if you're doing full. But one of the ways to remember that one is that if it's a suffix, you lose the L on full. Okay, I've written it again, Stephen. I realise you couldn't see it. So we've got willing and willful. This is a bit of an unusual one, though, because will loses the L in both. Yeah, tricky that. Beautiful is another one. The full will be a 1L. Beautiful. Peaceful. Okay, although if you go to peacefully, then it's a double L again. So it's very confusing. All right. Well, I think we have done our L's today. Let's join in 5 more high frequency words, our tricky ones, our red words, and then you're done. Okay. Oh, I need to tell you the sign as well, don't I? So we've been signing all the letters. And an L, if you're right-handed, you use your finger, and then your left hand becomes the chalkboard, if you like. And then yes, I did verify my YouTube channel, Stephen. And then you just do that. So that's L. So that would be M, three letters. N and L is 1. Okay? Good. Ronan, don't go yet. We've got 5 more words to do. We've got number 1, any, A-N-Y, any. And that's tricky, isn't it? Because it's an E sound, but using the letter A. So number 1 is any. These are to remember, and I'll test you on these tomorrow. Does. Okay, that comes from the word do. So you could do D-O-S, D-O-E-S. Does. He does want to stay. And then we've got old, O-L-D, old. Old, got another ul in it there. Over. We don't go under, we go over. O-V-E-R. Over. 4 letters. And the last one, where. This is our longest letter so far. Our longest word, rather. So you've got were, which you can do. But then the air, that's E-R-E. So you've just got to remember that where is like that. Lots of people get that mixed up with were. So where do you live? Where. Okay. Let's go over those very quickly and then we'll say goodbye. Any, number 1. 2, does, D-O-E-S. 3, old, O-L-D. 4, over, O-V-E-R. And 5, where, W-H-E-R-E, where. Okay, I'll test you on those tomorrow, plus 5 more from our 35 we've learned that I'll just shuffle. So you'll have 10 more tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow. Hope you're doing okay. I know it's all a bit strange. It's our new normal for a bit, though, but it will end at some stage. See you tomorrow.